we begin the recites of the old times, with one of the last of the known Isa descendants, the newly crowned king, Sebastian Isa. Just a mere season before this very moment, Sebastian's father was still king. However, as is the way of many things, the old man passed in his sleep. Although the kingdom was prepared for the king's exchange, the royal palace had not been. Since his father grew senile, his head of household duties had been abandoned. Now Sebastian was behind on getting his siblings' marriage contracts established. Thankfully, the twins, Nadia and Deontay, weren't old enough just yet. However, he didn't have very long to start looking for where they could be sent for their stewardships in the next few seasons. Mateo had just reached the age for contracts, but Louis was far behind in the race for marriage. Why their father ignored his duties for so long, he'd never understand. Sebastian got started and wrote many letters, sending them to all the lands they were allied with. But with those letters came the unwanted conversation of royal responsibilities with the rest of the family.
I know we're all upset about Dad, but I have some unfortunate news for you all. The Royal Council has informed me that Dad wasn't fulfilling his household duties. Louis, you should have been married by now. Mateo, I have to arrange your marriage. I've informed the council to start looking for my own suitor as well, since Dad never made me marry either. As for the twins, Nadia and Deontay, I've already started to arrange contracts for your stewardships abroad. Esmeralda, I must also find you a suitor as well once our mourning is finished. As much as I wish I could let you guys find your own matches, the kingdoms really need us to uphold our obligations and duties as their governing monarchs.
Wait, what's a stewardship?
It's a ship with stews. Duh.
He said stewardship, right?
So what does that mean then?
That sounds fun.
Are you sending me
My
away?
friend left school for his.
Nobody is going anywhere right now. It's just how children learn how to work certain jobs in the future. You go live with someone who works the job you will in the future and learn how to do it. So what does that mean, Sebastian? Am I getting married off to a stranger? Starting a new family all over again?
That's the duties of being a suitable woman in a line of royals. You were just a consort to my father, and that's what you will return to being. You have no rights to even be present at this meeting, but I'm doing you a courtesy as you have ruled by my father's side for the last several years.
What if I don't want to get married? I'm supposed to be finishing my knighthood soon.
Well, Mateo, you still can. Courtships take a while. You have 2 seasons of private courting, then you have 2 seasons of public courting. If it goes more good than bad, then you'll be married in a private ceremony with just the families present to witness. Seb still has to get your contract arranged though, and that can take a while.
I already sent letters.
What do you mean?
You sent letters about my son without telling me.
I'm doing my job, S.
This is unacceptable, Sebastian. I have been a queen long enough to know we are not to be married off like livestock. My children are still heirs to the throne should something happen to you both. Treat them with the respect they deserve.
Let's just calm down. There's plenty of time for this to happen. Knightship training prevents any other vows until the graduation ceremony. If it's that important to you, Seb can't do anything about it. You can't get married until then.
I don't want to get married at all. I was going to swear into the King's Guards. I've always wanted to be a Knight Lord since I was a child. I thought I was safe to do what I wanted to do. Since when do I have to be like you? I don't understand why you're doing this so soon.
Seb's just doing what the council needs him to do. We both don't have
Louis,
a choice,
stop
just
calling
as
me
much as
Seb.
him.
I'm the king now.
Just because you're my boss now, doesn't mean I can't annoy you anymore.
That is exactly what
You're
it means.
still my big brother after all. Anyways, who's the suitors?
No idea.
What?
You can't be serious, Sebastian.
I sent letters to everyone. I have to wait for letters to return. It's not my fucking fault. You could have been doing this as their mother. But no. You were too busy doing who knows what.
Excuse me. What did you just say? I took care of your father while he lay dying.
If I didn't have the council forcing me on this, I wouldn't care. But the council is worried about us being the last of the true royal line, Luis. We don't have a choice. Mateo, you're the eldest of father's new heirs. It's important for you to also start a family. You may not be a true heir, but you are still an heir and you need to set an example to the people. I want you both to start preparing for your lives to change at any moment because they will.
My name is Katrina Caliente, the widow dame of Oasis Springs. A few days ago a letter arrived stating that King Sebastian of the Isa family was in need of a wife for one of the princes. My eldest daughter, Nina, has already been married off. One morning while shopping, some widower in town saw her and was smitten at one glance. After their courtship, Nina moved in with him and is in line to inherit many things. Her high school sweetheart, Don Lothario, married a widow in the same family. I always knew those two nitwits would find a way to be together one way or another. With Nina out of the picture, It has fallen to Dina to marry and save the estate her father left me. If one of us does not marry by next spring, the royal council will be revoking everything, and we will be forced to live on the street like dogs. After nearly half a season waiting, the king invited Dina and I to his palace. It was there that we held a meeting discussing the expectations of Dina's courtship. While the king and I held our meeting, Dina was taken to the prince she was now betrothed to. What we didn't expect, though, was how well the two teens would hit it off. For the first season of their courtship, the king and I thought it was going well. After catching Dina and Matteo meeting outside of the palace one night, though, the queen consort sent a letter to me. She was suspicious of their behavior, and now I was too. I had been catching them slinking around my estate past hours. After a discussion with Dina, all of the suspicions were confirmed. She had discovered she was with child, just some nights prior. I wrote to the king and waited, receiving his reply stating that he would be visiting to discuss the problem at hand. I waited for only a few short days, surprised when Matteo's own mother accompanied the king. We need to keep this quiet.
I know, but there isn't anything I can do if someone reports this.
What do you mean? You're the king.
They broke a custom. I can't protect them. Thankfully they kept it behind closed doors.
Louis met with the council on your behalf. He spun a tale about the urgency of marrying him and Matteo. They granted the motion and stamped the proposal. The wedding can be moved up to when you see fit.
We need to talk, and we need to talk right now, Matteo. Go away, Louis.
Rude. I held your stupid meeting
I don't need to
hide
hear this
Matteo's
right now.
scandal. I can be a part of this, Sebastian.
Fine. Whatever. You're getting married tomorrow, Matteo.
That's funny. Good joke.
I'm not joking. Louis held a meeting with the council to let them have you marry Dina early.
Well, it's not like it's an issue anyways. We're going to be married. What's the harm? She needs to be married to keep her inheritance. I need to be married so that I can expand our lineage.
It's an issue when you have already started expanding. She's already pregnant, Matteo.
Hang on.
You're going to be a father and a husband.
I can't raise a baby.
Well, that's not my problem. It's a good thing you'll have a wife to raise that baby with. Starting tomorrow, your new life begins. Hope you enjoy your consequences, little brother.
Kudos to you. Really. Thanks for fucking up my life.
After spending the night yelling at Matteo about proper courtship and royal reputations, King Sebastian decided to fast-forward their engagement. Choosing to tell Matteo only then, Sebastian had already moved the wedding to next morning. He wanted to make sure that the young couple were properly married before their truth was discovered by the people.
I don't know what you're talking about.
I'm talking about your soulmate being Melvin, your personal chef and bodyguard.
Hey. You saw that?
Listen, it's the court that cares. They want the biological heirs. They want trusted leaders that came from trusted leaders. I propose a deal. Marry me, and I'll give you an heir. You can still be with Melvin without hiding him on the grounds. I was your father's wife, yes, but you and I are not related.
Even if I agreed, which I don't, how would I have an heir with you? I'm not going to sleep with my father's widow. Trying to explain to everyone else would be a nightmare too. It might be legally allowed, but that's morally questionable in the eyes of the public.
I'm just giving you a solution to a problem you didn't realize you had. Like any good queen would do for her king.
I have something to tell you. You're going to have a son.
With you as his mother, I couldn't be happier.
We'll have to spend our honeymoon thinking of his name. It'll be so much fun.
Yeah, it's gonna be so fun. With this ring I promise, before our families and ancestors, to care for you and to protect the home of which we build together. I love you.
Hey Esme, have you seen? What in the hell am I seeing?
Son of a
Sebastian,
fucking bitch.
I can explain everything after you get the fuck out of here. I mean, seriously, why are you just walking into her bedroom like it's yours? It's Esme's room.
Oh, I don't know, 'cause I'm the king. You're going to meet me in the media room, though. Who do you think you are? This is my palace. I demand to know what you two think you are doing.
Father had no issues with it. Why do you? He gave his approval.
Are you telling me our father knew what she's been doing with you? You can't be serious? How long has this been going on?
He couldn't produce any more heirs after the twins. They tried for a while.
It isn't appropriate for an heir interim or an heir in general to have his father and king block all marriage prospects so that his son, a prince and his second heir, can secretly have an affair with his wife, the prince's stepmother, with his permission. I need to get you the hell away from her, and if a marriage is the only way to do it, then so be it. I know an earl whose daughter just reached contract age. I'll see if he's found her a suitor or not.
You can't just send me away. I'm your crowned heir.
I have been arranging for you to get married for over 2 seasons now. If this gets out about you and Esmeralda...
If you stay quiet, then it won't. We have been together since father got sick the first time.
Do you not hear yourself? You are under contract age.
She's only a year older than you.
That's not the point.
You're 2 years older than me. It's not a big deal.
Nothing you can do will change my decision about this. I'm taking you from her, whether I have to drag you away by your hair myself. I don't want to hear another word from you about this. It's over. If she tries to continue it, I will strip you of your heirdom, crown, and all benefits as the son of a king. I will banish you. I will kill her. This discussion is now over, and I don't want to hear from you the rest of the day.
So I just have to shut up and get married then?
For me to fix this and cover up a scandal? Yes, you will.
King Sebastian wrote to the Earl, making an addendum to the usual deal. Instead of his daughter moving to Oasis Springs as a princess consort, the prince would move into their estate. He would retitle as a mark, his wife as a marquis. Samuel Ocelot, the Earl of Windenburg, rules the land quite nicely. However, after losing his wife the winter before, he realized he didn't have much time left with his daughter. She had just moved back in after graduating from her finishing school on the mainland. A letter arriving from the king himself with a marriage proposal was not the welcome home present he was expecting to have for her, but nonetheless it was.
So I don't get to be a princess. I get to be a marquis.
Correct. You'll rule over Windenburg as the first ever marquis.
I don't have to move out, but I have to get married.
Well, yes. As a woman, you can only inherit when you marry. Instead of selling my estate and having a dowry paid upon my death, you'll actually have the entire property. Well, your husband will. This is a great deal and the best proposal you will ever have. I guarantee it. I love you, and that's why I'm going to accept it for you. I've already sent my response this morning and have been making arrangements all day.
I'm glad I trust your judgment, Father, but I'm not happy about this. I heard stories about spinsters never marrying and having to live on the street. I don't want that fate. I'll marry anyone if I have to.
That's a bit dramatic, dear. But I will always make sure you're taken care of. And nobody will be more fit to do so than a knighted prince. The king's response in the coming days will tell us when you meet.
Esme, we need to have a talk.
Yes, we do. I know your brother finding out about us wasn't ideal, but I think...
It's more than that. Sebastian's right. We need to stop. This has gone on for too long.
You think he's right about us? Since when have you felt this way about us? You were happy with me this morning.
I'm going to be getting married, Esme.
So, I was married when we started this. Why are you ending it? I mean, really.
I don't want to be tied to you in any way when I start a family with my new wife. I want to forget you, and I'll be able to when I move out. I'm done talking about this. We're over. I don't want anything to do with you anymore.
Sebastian wasted no time in meeting with Lady Lillian himself. He spoke with the Earl and solidified the couple's arrangements. He enjoyed the young woman. She lit up any room she entered and spoke wise beyond her years. He hoped Louis would love her too. There was no turning back for him either way. After taking things a little slower with Louis to avoid another Mateo scandal, Sebastian finally let Louis meet Lady Lillian. The two got on rather well. It was almost as if the two were meant to be together. Their ambitions fueled one another's. They agreed on many political matters, even vowed to help the same charities. After a slow winter season, Louis was finally given permission to propose the wedding to Lillian. Before long, the ceremony came and went. Words were said, tears were shed. Louis's brother Mateo even came to witness the wedding with his own wife. Just hours later, the newlyweds were leaving the kingdom to celebrate their honeymoon in the hillside. Their honeymoon was one for the ages, if such things were recorded. They spent every second they could with each other in every place that they could. Whispers of an heir were spread within days of their return. It's been many seasons since Louis had an heir, a daughter they named after his mother, Farah. Mateo and his wife have had 3 sons and a daughter. They live in Oasis Springs. Mateo is the Duke and works on the Royal Council. Sebastian has since sent Deontay and Nadia to their stewardships before he married Esmeralda. With her word, she gave him an heir to please the council. Sebastian pretended not to know how he came to be. As the seasons pass, Sebastian has begun to discuss fleeing the crown's duties. Something about a land in the hillsides with beautiful sunsets.
I have something I need to tell you. I've met with the Royal Council and have a decree scheduled to be announced in a few days.
A decree about what? What are you talking about?
I've decided to abdicate the throne. The guilt that Amir has no true claim to my name is heavy on me. I also want to spend what's left of my life with my true love, Melvin. I've had the papers drawn and signed, so we're already divorced. I arranged for Nadia to marry Prince Alexander Goth. She'll be Queen of Willow Creek, your homeland. Deontay is set to marry a baron's daughter in Windenburg, where Louis can keep an eye out for him. He's to return here after the wedding with his bride to pick you and Amir up. He's to take over the Bjergsen estate upon the baron's death. Deontay will determine Amir's stewardship and whether you are married again or not.
That's a lot more fair of a treatment than I expected from you.
Well, you'll have a lot to deal with when it comes to the public's opinion on this situation. I'll be busy building a new life away from the burden of politics.
And Sebastian did just that. He proposed to me the next morning. We eloped in the yard with his youngest brother as a witness, before he told me that he had a boat for us to leave right away. We were starting a brand new life, together at last. I almost felt bad for Louis the morning after we left. He was called before the Royal Council and coronated on the spot without any warning. He's been writing letters every day and sending them by courier. Sebastian stopped reading them some time ago, but started a compost bin with them instead. The last one I read myself. He wrote of his daughter nearing stewarding age and that they still had no luck on a male heir. We've been happy here, though. No stress, no throne, no politics. Just fresh air in us. I wonder how Louis has been. As king, though,